IELTS Learning, Episode 5, IELTS Speaking Course. Hi students, welcome to English in 60 Seconds. If you're preparing for the IELTS Speaking Test, you've come to the right place. Today, we'll break down the entire speaking test step by step. You'll learn the test format, the best preparation strategies, how to practice effectively, and most importantly, how to speak fluently without stopping, even if you feel like you have nothing to say. Make sure to watch until the end because I'll share pro tips that can boost your score and help you stay confident throughout the test. Let's get started. Part 1. Understanding the IELTS Speaking Test format. Before you start preparing, you need to know exactly how the test works. The IELTS Speaking Test is conducted face-to-face with an examiner and lasts 11 to 14 minutes. It is divided into 3 parts. Task 1 is introduction and interview. It usually lasts 4 or 5 minutes. The examiner will ask basic personal questions about yourself. Topics could include your hometown, job or studies, hobbies, travel, food, family, or daily routine. Your goal here is to sound natural and speak fluently without long pauses. How to speak without stopping. Think of yourself as the most interesting person in the world. Even if your real life is simple, imagine you have a busy, exciting routine. For example, instead of just saying, "I like watching movies," say, "I absolutely love movies. I watch different genres, from action to drama. Last week I watched a classic film, and it made me appreciate cinematography even more. I also enjoy watching movies with my friends on the weekends. It's our way of relaxing." The key is to think big. Assume you have lots of hobbies, a busy social life, and many experiences to share. Task 2 is cue card. Typically lasts 3 to 4 minutes. You'll get a topic card with a question and some bullet points to guide you. You have 1 minute to prepare and 2 minutes to speak. After speaking, the examiner may ask you 1 or 2 follow-up questions. How to speak without running out of ideas. The secret is storytelling. No matter what the topic is, relate it to your experiences or imagine a story. For example, if the topic is describe a hobby you enjoy, don't just say, "I like playing soccer." Instead, say, "I've been playing soccer since I was a child. It's my way of staying active, and I love the teamwork involved. I remember one time we were losing a match, but in the last 5 minutes, I scored a goal that changed everything. That was one of the most exciting moments of my life." Even if you don't have a real story, just make one up. The examiner isn't checking your facts. They're checking how well you speak. Another tip, use the past, present, future technique. Past, how did you get into it? Present, how does it fit into your life now? Future, what are your future plans related to it? This structure will help you speak continuously for 2 minutes. Task 3 is discussion, usually spans 4 to 5 minutes. This part is a deeper conversation based on your Part 2 topic. The examiner will ask for your opinions on related issues. How to give long, detailed answers. Use the idea, example, result technique. Idea, give your main opinion. Example, support it with an example. Result, explain the impact. For instance, if the question is, "Do you think technology has improved communication?" A basic answer, "Yes, it has." Too short. A better answer, "Yes, technology has improved communication significantly. For example, social media allows people to stay in touch no matter where they are. My cousin moved abroad last year, but we still talk every day through video calls. As a result, we don't feel distant at all." This strategy makes your response stronger and longer without unnecessary pauses. Part 2. Step-by-step preparation strategy. Now that you understand the test format, let's talk about how to prepare effectively. Step 1. Build your speaking skills daily. Listen to native speakers, podcasts, TV shows, audiobooks. Repeat phrases and try to mimic native pronunciation. Talk to yourself in English when you're alone. Step 2, expand your vocabulary and grammar. Learn words for common IELTS topics: education, environment, health, technology, etc. Practice different sentence structures so your speech doesn't sound repetitive. Step 3, simulate real test conditions. Time yourself while answering IELTS-style questions. Practice with a study partner or a language tutor. Use mock tests from Cambridge IELTS books or online platforms. Part 3, how to check your progress. Tracking progress is key. Here's how. 1. Mock tests and self-recording. Use Cambridge IELTS books, IELTS Liz and IELTS Simon for real exam-style practice. Record yourself and analyze fluency, grammar, and pronunciation. 2. AI feedback tools. Try E2 Language, IELTS Speaking by AI, Elsa Speak, or SpeechLink for instant scoring and pronunciation tips. 3. Tutors and speaking groups. Practice with tutors on italki or join IELTS speaking partners on Facebook and the Student Room for peer reviews. Consistent practice with these tools will boost your confidence and fluency. Part 4, Exam Day Strategy. Now let's talk about what to do on test day to stay confident and perform your best. Stay calm and confident. The examiner is there to assess, not judge. If you don't understand a question, ask for clarification. It won't affect your score. Avoid long pauses. Use fillers like, "That's an interesting question. I've never thought about that before, but..." Expand your answers. If you give short answers, the examiner will have to keep asking for more. Part 5, Common Mistakes in the IELTS Speaking Test and How to Avoid Them. All right, let's talk about some of the most common mistakes students make in the IELTS Speaking Test and how you can avoid them. First, giving short answers. If the examiner asks you a question, don't just reply with a simple yes or no. Expand your answer. Give details, add examples, and explain your thoughts. Next, memorizing answers. This is a big mistake. The examiner can easily tell if you're repeating something you memorized. Instead, focus on speaking naturally and expressing your ideas in your own words. Another mistake is pausing too much. If you need a moment to think, that's okay. But instead of staying silent, use natural fillers like, "Well, that's an interesting question." Or, "Let me think about that for a second." Speaking too fast or too slow is another issue. Maintain a steady, natural pace. Don't rush, but don't drag either. Just speak as you would in a normal conversation. Now, let's talk about pronunciation. Some students focus only on vocabulary and grammar, but forget that pronunciation matters too. Speak clearly and don't worry about having an accent. Just make sure you're understood. Another common problem? Going off topic. If you're asked a question, answer it directly. Don't start talking about something completely unrelated. Stay on track and structure your response properly. Then there's lack of confidence. Many students feel nervous and hold back. But here's the trick. Imagine you're the most interesting person in the world. You love sports, movies, pets, gardening, cars, and you have lots of friends. Your day is so full that you always have something to talk about. When you believe that, you'll never run out of things to say. Now, if you don't understand a question, don't just guess. Ask for clarification. It's totally fine to say, "Could you repeat that, please?" Or, "Do you mean..." This shows confidence, not weakness. Another mistake? Overusing simple words. Instead of saying good, try fantastic or impressive. Instead of bad, say disappointing or challenging. A variety of vocabulary makes a big difference. And finally, not practicing enough. If you don't speak English regularly, you'll struggle. The best way to improve? Practice speaking every day. Record yourself, take mock tests, and talk to native speakers whenever you can. Avoid these mistakes, and you'll be on your way to a high IELTS speaking score. Part 6. Frequently asked questions. Now, let's go over some of the most common questions students have before their IELTS speaking test. These are the doubts that almost everyone faces, so listen carefully. First up, what if I don't understand the examiner's question? Don't worry, it happens. If something isn't clear, just ask. You won't lose points for it. Say something like, "Sorry, could you repeat that, please?" Or, "Do you mean..." It's much better to ask than to give an off-topic answer. Now, here's another one I hear all the time. How can I keep speaking fluently without long pauses? Great question. The secret is to think big. Imagine your life is full of activities. You do sports, watch movies, have pets, love gardening, and have a big social circle. When you think like this, you'll never run out of things to say. And if you need a second to gather your thoughts, use fillers like, "That's an interesting question," or, "Well, let me think," instead of just going silent. Next up, this one's important. Is it okay to use informal language or slang? Not really. You want to sound natural but professional. Instead of saying "I wanna" or "gonna," say "I would like to" or "I am going to." Keeping it conversational yet formal will boost your score. Now, this is a big one that many students struggle with. How can I avoid running out of ideas in the cue card section? The best strategy? The 5W+H method. Who, what, where, when, why, and how. It helps expand your answer naturally. Also, tell a short personal story. If your topic is describe a place you visited, don't just list facts. Describe what made it special, how you felt, and what memories you took from it. And finally, this is a question that makes a lot of students nervous. Does my accent matter in the IELTS speaking test? Nope. IELTS does not judge your accent. What matters is that you speak clearly. If needed, slow down a little and pronounce your words carefully. Clarity is key. The most important thing? Stay confident, keep talking, and enjoy the conversation. You're more prepared than you think. Part 7. Additional pro tips. To boost your fluency, think in English instead of translating. Paraphrase to express ideas differently. Use hand gestures and facial expressions to sound more natural. By applying these techniques, you'll sound more confident and fluent. Part 8. Summary and conclusion. Let's recap. Number 1. The IELTS speaking test has 3 parts: introduction, cue card, and discussion. 2. To prepare, speak daily, expand your vocabulary, and simulate the test. And number 3. On exam day, stay calm, use storytelling, and avoid short answers. With smart strategies and daily practice, you can increase your fluency and get a high score. If you found this helpful, make sure to like, share, and subscribe to English in 60 Seconds for more IELTS tips. Keep practicing, stay confident, and good luck with your IELTS speaking test. See ya!